Right, so we have decided to join Real Madrid. We have played a little bit, but you're probably wondering how we ended up at Real Madrid. I guess the best way to start would be back at Feyenoord. What happened at Feyenoord? Why did we leave? If you missed the majority of the season, let's go through it. Let's start off with the transfers. This was our second season at Feyenoord. Of course, we won the league in the first season, which you can see here. We won the league in the first season. We did not win the cup or a European competition. So we headed into season 2 with 2 more competitions, kind of, to aim for. And transfer-wise, we got off to a good start. I say a good start. We were quite reserved with our first handful of transfers. We sold... Let's see, who did we sell? We did sell Dylan Turpak, Greinberg, and we let a load of people go. We also sold Santiago Jimenez. That was quite a big one. We got about 50 million for him. So that was a big outgoing. And we bought in Musa Wagyu as a backup right back. Kylian Capron, Nicholas Jensen Vasberg, and our star signing of the summer, Beto, who went on to be an absolute monster. ST Paid 3. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Where are you from? What team do you support? And what FM save are you currently doing? Let us know in the chat. Further transfers. We then went on and signed Andre Lunin from Real Madrid for £34 million. You can see he's actually moved on to Newcastle now in this save. We signed Gabriel Slonina as a backup goalkeeper as well from Chelsea. We've got Carlos Soler. It was our final summer transfer from Juventus for £15 million, which I think was quite a good transfer, to be honest. We did sell a few more people. Gerardo Wenz left us, one of our wonder kids. Edouard finally moved on. Then we got rid of Seko Fofana, Ueda, Beltran. Bijlov was a big one. Sold our goalkeeper. He went to Saudi, but obviously we had Andre Lunin to replace him. I think that was about it in terms of big transfers. It was in the January, we bought in Fata Kanti, Charlie Savage, and Levi Colwill. 3 transfers just to kind of bulk out the squad. Savage and Fata Kanti very much squad players. Colwill, I kind of expected him to come in and be a starter. He was in and out, I'd say. In and out. Didn't quite do enough to warrant a place in the first team, but a very useful squad player. Sales-wise, we got rid of... let's see here. We got rid of Mojanaga. He went on loan, as did Leo Sauer, with an option to buy. We sold Mats Vifa for 40 million. Vasberg. Did I sell Vasberg? I must have done. Vasberg, 5.7. Jason Spear, and that was it. The rest have been done after, of course, I have left. In terms of the league, we had a very, very cool season. ST Paid says, I'm doing FM23 save with Paid. Oh god, Paid Lina Miscond. I support them. I'm doing ban. I don't understand. I have 1 trophy, won 1 season. The second season I won 2 trophies, and then the third season I have 1 trophy already. Oh, Build a Nation. My bad. Build a Nation. That's cool. Hey, it's going well. Okay. Yeah. Last season, champions again. We got knocked out of the cup by Ajax in the quarterfinals. We lost in the Champions League as well. We got through, which we'll have a look at in a minute. We did get through, but we just weren't quite strong enough to compete with some of the bigger teams. But we did top the league. PSV, in fairness to them, took us all the way to the end of the season. And perhaps for the first time ever that I've seen, 2 teams finished on the exact same number of points and both did an invincible season. This is my first ever invincible season in FM. Our goal difference was superior, so we kind of smashed it in the end. But like I said, PSV took us every step of the way. And if you look back at the previous seasons, 80 points has been enough to secure the league. So PSV fans probably feel quite hard done by. But in terms of the league, very successful. Although it doesn't matter in terms of the save because we've already won the Dutch league. But we have added it to the trophy cabinet regardless. Put it down the bottom just as a little reminder that we have done that. And that's where all our bonus trophies will go. Right, Champions League. Let's grab that. I'll just show you where it went wrong last year. League phase. Last year, we actually finished 19th in the league phase. We won 3 games, beating Galatasaray, Celtic, and Salzburg. We drew against AC Milan. We lost narrowly, I'd say, against some of the big teams. PSG, Napoli, Liverpool, and West Ham. Big team. In a knockout playoff round, I believe this is where we came undone. Yes, we were drawn against Porto, and we lost 4-1 on aggregate to the Portuguese side. Again, potentially a side that we will go manage at some point in this save. Now, we got to towards the end of the season. I had Tottenham come in for me. Tottenham Hotspur did approach me. Tottenham. They did approach me with an interview, and I took it. However, they decided to go for Unai Emery, which you see here. He left his role as a Spanish manager to join Tottenham. We then started looking at jobs ourselves, just to see what was out there. I would have stayed at Feyenoord if nothing came up to try and get that cup ticked off. However, the first job I saw was quite an interesting one, and that was the PSG job. So we did apply, we had an interview, we got through it, and they were like, nah, we're good. Because Carlo Ancelotti stepped up and decided that he wanted to go and manage them. But in doing so, he left Real Madrid. I saw it, I went for it, I only gone and got it, and Real Madrid is our team for this season. Now you may be thinking, hang on a minute, Real Madrid aren't in Scotland, Portugal, Switzerland, or Netherlands. What are you doing? I'm going to try and win the Champions League with them. That's what I'm doing. And I think that is perfectly allowed in this save. In Glory Hunters, regular Glory Hunters, I've seen some people go and manage the likes of Ajax and Porto and Benfica to try and win Europa Leagues. So there's no reason why we can't do that in this save. So we've gone to Real Madrid with the sole intention of trying to win the Champions League. Now, we can't linger on this too long. I'm kind of saying from the outset, we've got 2 seasons to try and win the Champions League. I cannot justify staying here any longer than that because the domestic trophies could potentially take at least 3 seasons depending on where we go. So it's Champions League or bust. Transfers going out. We sold Alvaro Rodriguez. He went to Bayer Leverkusen. We managed to get 12.25 million for him. He is a half decent striker. Probably could go on to be quite good, but I just have much better options in that position. And at the time of the bid that came in, I already had a striker in my mind that I wanted to bring in from a previous club. This is a recent one, Milan Skriniar. We were going to keep hold of him. He is quite old. He's, 33 now? 33 years of age. Saudi came in with a bid for him, £28 million. He wanted to go. We couldn't really keep hold of him. I have signed a centre-back replacement as well as a couple of youngsters. So as good a player as he still is, by the way, at 33, we should be okay without him. Following the centre-back trend, I actually sold Jonathan Tah as well. He's gone to Sassuolo in Italy. We sold him for 8.5 mil. Again, he's quite old now, 32 years of age. He's not going to get any better. If anything, he's just going to get worse, which could be this season. He's 2.5 star at the moment. His stamina and fitness isn't the greatest as well. So I think this was a good sale. And again, I've bought in a couple of young centre-backs who can probably replace him. This is the first guy I bought in. Julian I want to say Quayetao. Quietal? I don't know. I'll say Quietal. If I'm saying that wrong, please correct me. A bit of an odd signing, and the fans weren't exactly over the moon about this one. But with the formation I'm playing, which I'll show you in a bit, you'll understand just why I brought him in and why he'll be quite a handy squad player to have. £40 million from QPR. He actually played for PSV, funnily enough. I didn't recognise that when I signed him. Otherwise, I would not have gone near him. Oh well, he actually played for Lincoln. He's played for Lincoln and Rotherham. This guy's had a great career. PSV, Den Haag, Wolves, Lincoln, Rotherham, Leuven, QPR, and now he's at Real Madrid. I'd say he's lucked out. I think this might be the biggest transfer I've ever made on Football Manager. We did it. We signed... I mean, if you play FM, this guy is no stranger to you if you've gone more than 3 or 4 seasons deep. Asan... I'm going to butcher this name. Uidrago? Yeah, him. One of the best wonder kids on the game, I believe. He can play left mid, centre attacking mid. He can play left wing. He can play CDM, out push. He can play on the right hand side. There's very little this boy cannot actually do. 22 years of age. German. His stats are a joke. And I paid big bucks for him. £210 million. That is by far the biggest transfer fee I have ever paid on FM. Look at the profit Arsenal have made on that. 8.5 million up to 210 million. Wow. Okay, this is the next one. This is actually a regen. Justin Van Dam. He's Belgian, so he immediately appealed to me. Current ability 3-star, potential 5-star. He has 19 flair, so this kid has serious techers. A right midfielder, can play a bit further forwards, can also play striker if necessary. Came from Anderlecht originally. Newcastle signed him for £22 million. And we've snapped him up for 80 million. He played quite a bit for Newcastle last year. 19 games, just the 1 goal, but 1 player of the match as well. Could have a bit of a breakout season for us. I mean, the picture on this one is absolutely outstanding, I have to say. Jordan Pickford, we've brought him in as a backup to Thibaut Courtois. I did recently play him though, and he actually was very good. And Courtois had a bit of a shaky start to the season. So watch this space. He might become more than a backup, who knows? But the former Everton and Sunderland man is now at Real Madrid for £22 million. Played 1 game so far and just conceded the 1 goal in... I wouldn't say it was a close game. You'll see in a minute. The Feyenoord ransack began. Geertruida was the first one I brought in. I needed a centre-back. I knew that I had a couple going out, and this one was the first name that came to my mind when wanting to bring in a new centre-back. He's just phenomenal. And again, he's quite versatile. He can play on the right-hand side. He can play a little bit further forwards if necessary. He'll be a very handy player to have when it comes to injuries and rotating the squad. 41.5 million. He leaves Feyenoord after, what, 10 years? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years. Whew. God damn. Money talks. I just had to. After the season he had last year at Feyenoord, I had to get Shaquille Van Persie to follow me, or as he's known on this save, Robin your Van Persie. He had an amazing season last year. 17 goals, 7 assists in 31 games. 4 player of the matches. He won Young Player of the Year as well. And we've bought him for £42 million, which I think is very cheap and a very good deal. He has scored 2 goals and got an assist already for me. So he's off to a good start for Real Madrid. And he's only 21 years of age as well. The signings didn't stop there. This was another regen we bought in. A young centre-back who we're going to probably give quite a good run out to this year. He's already 2-star. Potential ability 3.5. Let's see if he can hit that. 19 years of age. We signed him from Belgrano in Argentina for 4.5 mil. I think he's got the potential to be quite a good player for us. I was looking for someone with good tackling and good physical stats, which he really does have. So, yeah, welcome to the club. I tend to have one per save, like one per team, and I think this is my boo-boo signing. Yeah, this is my first boo-boo signing. I thought he'd be better than he actually is. I didn't scout him properly. His to be fair, his stats look decent. 10 heading, 13 marking. That's what I was looking for. Physically, he looks quite good as well. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he'll be handy to have around, but I'm not too worried about it. We signed this guy, Julio Arroyo. I actually need to give him a player face. Julio Arroyo, again. I won't say it's a boo-boo signing because he was free, so we probably won't play him, but I don't know, might be one to send out on loan and see how he gets on, but just signed him just in case he actually turned out to be better than he actually looked. This one is fine. Okay, this regen's fine. 17 years of age. We found this gem playing for Real Sociedad's B and C team. We signed him for 17? Yeah, 17.25 mil. And he looks like a very handy player. Quite versatile as well. Can play across the middle and the left-hand side. Again, someone with flair, good determination. Overall, his mentals are actually very, very good. His positioning and concentration could be a bit better, but I'm hoping that'll come with age. He is determined as his personality, which is always a good thing to have, and could potentially be 4.5 stars. The final signing of the summer transfer window was Victor Brand, another Dutch player. I'm turning into Ten Hag. Oh my god, am I Ten Hag? I've moved clubs. I've moved from the Dutch league, and I'm bringing loads of them with me. No, this guy looks really good. Again, potential ability, it looks promising. Currently not quite at the level necessary, but we will slowly drip feed him into games, and you know, the league is not my concern, so he will get hopefully quite a lot of game time within the league, and we'll see him develop. Physically, he looks quite strong as it is. His fitness is good, his acceleration is good, he's got a bit of pace about him. Mentally, his bravery, 18. Not too shabby at all. Technically, his heading and tackling is really good. He's actually got quite good crossing, so if we ever play him at left back, which he can play, that's a handy little ability to have in his back pocket. Alright, in terms of results, we actually got off to a really good start. We played Valencia on the opening day of the season. We smashed them 4-1. Endrick scored 2. Valverde scored 1. Dovbyk scored 1. And I was thinking, oh, this is just lovely. This is going to be easy. Oh, no. We then lost to Atletico Madrid. We were 2-0 up. We were 2-0 up, 2-1 up at half-time. They scored twice in the last 15 minutes, including stoppages, to win 3-2 and hand us our first loss already of the season. We played so well. Like, that was a stupid loss. We did get back to winning ways with a win against Real Sociedad 2-0. Again, Endrick scored. Van Persie got his first goal for the club as well 7 minutes later. Again, we dominated the game. A 2.53 XG, more shots on target. Possession, though, 28%. I don't know whether I should be worried about that. This was quite an embarrassing result, I must say. I was playing this and I just had my head in my hands for the entirety. Not only did we lose 4-1 to Levante, if you've not seen it yet, look closely. Look who scored the first 2 goals for them. Lebo bloody Mothiba. Oh, yes. Lebo Mothiba, our former striker at Antwerp. The guy we brought in for 2.5 million from Strasbourg, has joined Levante for 6 million and scored twice against us to absolutely wallop us. And CG told me this man was a one-season wonder. He is insane. Such a good player. I think my team took it personally, and it didn't help that I accidentally clicked at half-time when we were 3-0 up, that I wasn't happy with what they'd done so far. And they went on and scored a further 4 goals in the second half. We beat Zaragoza 7-1. Yeah. Valverde Valverde scored in the 10th minute. Endrick then doubled our lead, and Dicker got on the score sheet. Goulet scored a couple. Endrick got a second late on, and Van Persie scored another goal to add to his tally for the season. He did score an own goal towards the end of the game, but I mean, I can show you. It wasn't really his fault. I don't even know what happened. Let me load this, and I'll show you just what happened. So the corner comes in, falls to the edge of the box, and then I don't even know. I still don't know what happened. I think it just flicked off Van Persie's ass or something and ended up in the back of the net. And they're giving it as an own goal, which is a bit odd. So I can only assume when he hit it the first time, it was actually going to go miles over. But I don't know who has decided that. So a mixed bag of results. In terms of the league table, we currently sit in 9th place. Now, we do have a game in hand. If we win that game, we could potentially move up into the top 4. But 9th is where we stand. Villarreal currently top of the league. They've won 5 games, lost 1 against Barcelona, who have won 4, drawn 1, lost 0. We actually have 3 teams who are yet to lose a game, so that's interesting. Bloody Levante, honestly. Champions League, Spanish Cup, again, it means nothing to us. We're not looking... The Spanish Cup and Spanish League are not part of this challenge. They will just be bonuses if we do go on and win them. The Champions League is why we came here. And we have... Where we schedule... No, let's do it this way. We don't have the hardest games, I'd say. We have RB Leipzig first, which we should be winning. We have Atletico Madrid, which I think we can win. They weren't particularly good against us. We just shut off for the last 5 minutes of the game. We then have Wolfsburg and Celtic away. Should be winnable games. We have City, Juventus. They'll be tougher, followed by Lyon and Braga. So I think that's a fairly easy schedule for the Champions League. And we should be able to get through it without too much difficulty. But who knows? That 4-1 loss to Levante has certainly knocked my confidence. This is the tactic that I'm using, or I've gone with so far. Not really something that you may have seen Real Madrid play before. We've gone 3 at the back. It's basically basically like a 3-4-3. We have 3 centre-backs, 4 through the middle, and 3 kind of playing in that triangle formation at the front of the pack. We've got Courtois in goal, Gidrida, Militao, and Indica at the back. I think, is that who I want to play? Yeah, Indica. Then we've got Camavinga and Bellingham playing in the centre. Valverde on one side, Udriogo on the other, Arda Güler through the middle, and then we've got Endrick and Van Persie currently playing up top. Rodrigo has been out injured, so he's just slowly coming back, but he will definitely take his spot up top. But of course, can also play on the left and right hand side. But I think I want him playing striker to begin with, and we'll see how Van Persie gets on. If he becomes more comfortable and starts scoring more frequently, then he can go up top, and we'll drop Rodrigo and potentially play him like here or further up like this. But yeah, that is essentially the recap of Season 5 and the beginning of Season 6. If you have enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe and comment down below. Do you think we can win the Champions League with Real Madrid? I sure do hope so. I'll catch you in the next one.